Greetings, YouTube. We are starting with Donnie Fillmore in the chat.
Donnie.
Donnie is trying to accidentally preview what I hope to preview in this video, because he said, I got and awakened my 6-star Evizone, future Ant-Man, Kate Bishop, Rintra, and Cassie Lang.
Oh.
Also, Good Guy Kai would like everybody to know that $1 million buys, I think, before taxes and also conversion rates, depending on what country you are tuning in from, 31 million units.
Well, that is good to know.
I feel like Cow Whale opened up at least 5 million units worth of crystals back in the day.
Probably.
Oh, and V for Vanderbilt says if you get the units straight from the Kabam website store, it's 34 million, not 31 million. It's a bonus 3 million units. Wow. Royale with cheese. This is a comment for you, Mama. It says $1 million buys one Louis Vuitton bag.
No.
All right, so if you are new to this current FANTMAN hunt, which who made up that FANTMAN word, Mama?
Stephen Burris actually made up the FANTMAN, and I piggybacked off of it very hard.
So your pool boy made up something that you piggybacked off hard?
Yep.
That is a believable story. All right, we are looking for future Ant-Man. By the way, we get asked every once in a while, why future Ant-Man? Well, we had two champions that were accessible by the featured crystal. Kate Bishop and future Ant-Man left, and the poll that night voted fairly overwhelmingly for future Ant-Man. The exit says, hey, Prof, how long do I have to send you a fourth? Good question, the exit. I think we're going to lock it tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're going to do, for those of you who are submitting for the PayPal Cash Evizone competition, shout out to Evizone. I think we are cutting it off after a week. We were going to cut it off after 3 days, and I thought, let's not do that. Kidnas says, I have opened 30 featured 6-stars for future Ant-Man and still haven't pulled them.
Wow.
Well, that's because if you're trying to go for future Ant-Man, you often get past Ant-Man, which means your pools always come up small.
I've opened probably 30, and I still can't get Shocker.
Yeah, but would you even use them?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. That argument doesn't work. All right, Mama. Shocker, Baron Zemo, Cassie Lang, future Ant-Man, Vision, Kate Bishop.
Let's go Kate Bishop. I don't think we've done her yet.
By the way, the first class alert goes to our beloved Good Guy Kai, who has kindly commented, I couldn't imagine not having a rank 4 future Ant-Man. Thank you for that. How many times are we backing out?
5.
Okay. By the way, last time we opened one, and actually the Black ISO Store Crystal, we got Baron Zemo, who our good friend Mr. Nick Keel just predicted in this crystal. John Moyler, you want to talk about a flex, says, I opened one 6-star featured crystal, got future Ant-Man, easily my favorite champ in the game. Wow, what makes him your favorite champ? I'd love to hear about that. All right, put your prediction in the chat, although we know what Stephen Burris is going to be. He's contractually obligated. Tell me when to release.
No.
Kidnas says Annihilus. Kidnas, are you out there? Are you gone? Because that was a prediction of somebody who's hopefully not sober. You know what? In honor of Mama Bear's pool, I'm gonna say I get Wolverine. Why not?
There you go.
Let's just go for it. You know. All right, FANTMAN, of course, in round number 5 is who we're looking for. Shout out Donovan McNabb. A lot of trash. There's Wolverine though. There's Shocker. A lot of trash, and then that was almost Annihilus. I feel like we were just cursed, but instead it is somebody who we have opened. I want to say, well, at least twice. I don't even think she was awakened. Now, here's the deal. I think She-Hulk used to be solid in the upper tier of the science class, but now I feel like she's closer to the middle than she is to the top.
Yeah, she kind of. Well, they nerfed her.
By the way, I can't remember a bigger spectrum of reactions from not bad to boo that roll of garbage.
Uh,
Oh, man. By the way, John says he loves the playstyle of Future Ant-Man so much. Absorbing Man against him. I think he missed a word. Future Ant-Man feels so good to play with. Well, I wouldn't know. I would not know. Well, Mama, thanks for hanging out. Y'all, thanks for being here. We had so many people here for this broadcast. I don't know what happened. If the YouTube's notifications worked for the first time all year. But it was exciting. And shout out to Blackbeard Saitdar, who put XX Earth 25's name up, Kid Nas 10, and KickRocks 86 for being on chat. And we will go to line to end this because Blackbeard, who for some reasons videos did not land when we tried to do it earlier, dueled me in the middle of this very video. Oh, wow. It is pretty difficult to lose to me tonight, but somehow... Also, I'm like seeing my reflection and it's distracting. Somehow he did. In between a Viv Vision and a Baron Zemo, in between those two featured, Yellow Jacket.
wow.
And y'all, this is Profception. And literally, it's even almost aligned above my head. It's too much Prof, even for me. Wow. Well, this was a very strange opening. Rob, sorry that you lost, I guess, too. He said I won the duel. I don't know how. Oh, good guy Kai. So kind. Double the Prof, double the Alpha. There must be some tier 2s out there. He said, I meant that playing Absorbing Man helped me learn Future Ant-Man. I've gotten so good at intercepting. Well, Mom Bear and I are proof that just because you have somebody who needs to use intercepting doesn't mean you can pull it off.
That's right.
Wow. All right. Well, we can now end this video and thus this broadcast. Thank you again for hanging out. Mom Bear, thanks for being on Skype.
Absolutely.
Good night, everybody. It was a pleasure.
Good night.